YouTube, what's good, my good people? It's your boy Mo, back on the scene, crispy and clean. And man, I've been gone for a minute, but now I'm back like I never left. Man, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why I left Pilot, Flying J. There's no bad blood. They still a great company in my eyes. Just something happened that, that was kind of unfortunate. But, it is what it is. There was no accident or nothing like that. It's just, there's something weird happened, so to speak. But before we get started, you already know the vibes. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Show some love in the comment box. Now let's get into it. So why I left Pilot, Flying J. So some of you may know, some of you may not know. Did a cross-country trip. I've been living in basically a camper trailer with my family. A nice camper, obviously, not no little small shit. But along the way we saw a lot of beautiful things, whatever. And then I seen that Pilot was hiring in an area that I was residing in for a little bit. So I was like, all right, let me just throw in a little application, so to speak. The same day they got to me, like literally the same exact day. So, it was like a no-brainer to work for them, who don't want to work for them. So I was like, all right, cool. I think this would be good for a little while, Every weekend I would take trips with the family, go here and there, different places, But it got to a point where, we basically in the desert. Not basically, we was in the desert. We was by Phoenix. And it was 120 degrees for, 3-4 months. And you start getting aggy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You get a little aggy. Like, you get tight. Like, the camper was getting hotter than outside. There's 120 degrees all day long. At the nighttime, it go cool down to like 90, 95. 7 o'clock in the morning is back to 95, 100. So it get hot. So the AC to my camper, it was giving me a hard time. And I wasn't really in it that much. I'm working 12, 14-hour days, I would commute. So I wasn't really in it that much, but my family was in it. So now, my shorty telling me that she feel, uncomfortable. So, I got to do what I got to do. But I brought it up to my manager. I was asking for a transfer originally. And I was just like, wherever where the bag is, that's where I'm going to go. So, I was looking at Sacramento originally. And he was like, yeah, man, we could get you a transfer there, da-da-da. And mind you, I'm trying to move quick because, I'm tired of that 120-degree weather. Like, I'm tired of it. My family tired of it. So, I got to do what I got to do for them, So, so he told me Sacramento hiring for a desk driver. So I was like, oh, lit, even better, to be honest. And I'm going into California now. They paying way more. So I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm with it. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, I really want to transfer tomorrow if you can make that a possibility. And he was just like, yeah, but are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive. Like, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of living, in that circumstances. And them circumstances for as long as I've been living in it for, AC getting messed up. It's not even working. It's tripping the breaker every single day. By the time when I get home, the AC trips. So we going to the water, we driving away. So, it was just, it wasn't that pleasant of an experience at that time. So I had to do what I had to do. So supposedly he was able to get me the transfer for the weekend. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to arrange everything on my behalf. So where I'm at, I could get up out of there. So this was probably like, beginning of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday. So by the time, Friday come around, I had Wednesday, Thursday off. Friday come around, I end up taking that day off so I can end up moving to where I had to move because I was already anticipating the transfer. So Friday come along, and he's like, hey, yeah, we can't get you that transfer. So I'm just like, what happened? Like, I already did everything on my behalf to do what I have to do to transfer, and you told me everything was okay. You wanted me to make sure that that's what I was comfortable doing. And he told me basically that I needed to be with the company one more month for me to make the transfer happen. So I was just like, damn, like what can I do? Like, is there any other way around it, regarding my circumstances and things like that? Can I just, can you guys make an exception for this one time due to the circumstances? Like, well, which I asked him, is there anyone I could speak to about it? And he said, yeah, me. So I felt like he was being a little bit, a little bit of an asshole for that. Like, man, that's crazy. And I spoke to him in person about it prior to, you know, this texting conversation. And yeah, he was just basically wasn't having it. He said, no, you need another month before you're able to transfer, which I understand, you know, that's policy. But, you know, I brought it up to his attention a couple weeks ago, and he said it was all good and things like that. And, you know, now I had to do what I had to do. He told me that I couldn't do it no more, but I already made the arrangement. So I was trying to make the arrangement to go back with the camper to where I originally left. And they said, oh, no, I'm sorry. We fully booked. We won't be fully booked. We will be fully booked for about another 3 weeks. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I think it's about that time, you know, like, I did what I had to do, whatever. We spoke, and trying to call him after that, try to let him know. He wasn't answering no phone calls, wasn't answering no texts. So I was just like, you know what? Whatever. Y'all just lost a good driver, so now I'm out of here, and now I'm back on with the, you know, all my trips with the family. You know, we saw the Grand Canyon. We went a bunch of different places. San Diego. We went, you know, saw a lot of the world, which was originally the plan. But, you know, I ended up, you know, getting a job, obviously, to get money, you know, just to fund a little bit more. But it's not the end of the world. You just need a job. You don't need that job. You get what I'm saying? So long story short, ended up moving, doing, you know, filling out with a trip for about a month or two. San Francisco, did all these sequoias, you know, saw beautiful different places in California. And then we ended up at a location out here where I found a propane company right here that hiring. So now your boy about to start hauling propane. But if you made it to the end of the video, you already know the vibes. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Show some love in the comment box. Keep following me with this journey, man. And we're going to stay lit like always. Stay blessed, but most importantly, take care.
Woo!